You're listening to the AfricaMusicLaw.com show, Africa's premier entertainment law show empowering the African artist. And now, your host, attorney, speaker, visionary, game changer, Ms. Uduak.
Hey ML people, how's it going? It's Miss Uduak back on this podcast series. So, I just recently came back from the Grammys. It was a lot of fun. There was just so much to do, some really quality connections and relationships built, reconnected with colleagues I haven't seen in a minute. And all around it was really, really good times and good stuff. So, of course, I can't go there without bringing real amazing content for you, the AML artists. So that's exactly what I did. And this particular episode, which was where CSAC honored Jason Jeter, co-founder of Grand Hustle Records with T.I., also honored T.I. as well as Dame Dash. This particular episode, the entire video clip is available for you on YouTube. So you can check it out on YouTube and check it out directly also on AML site. What I've done is just for this podcast episode, just essentially go to the heart of the matter, the advice that's given as each honoree receives their award, particularly just Dame Dash and T.I., since they had so much more to say than anyone else. So check it out, artists. It should be beneficial to you. I've got maybe one or two more of this kinds of podcast series coming through. And that's essentially it. It was a great, great event. If you don't know Bryan Michael Cox, you should be in the know. He is a multiple Grammy Award-winning songwriter and producer. If you've heard Usher's Burn, Confessions, You Got It Bad, yeah, that's Bryan behind that. If you heard Mariah Carey's Shake It Off or I Stay in Love, that's definitely Bryan Michael Cox. And if you've heard Be Without You by Mary J. Blige, that's definitely Bryan Michael Cox, and so much more, and so many artists he's worked with over time. So he always puts on this event. It's going on 11 years now at the Grammys, and it's a highly coveted event. Everybody wants to get in. The stars do show up. What I really like about his event is, as he says in the video clip interview, it is family. You do feel like it's just everyone else kicking it and being very down to earth with you. So I think you'll enjoy it. I enjoyed being there, and of course had to get some really tangible information for you all. Enjoy what these two gentlemen have to say. I'll catch you all soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. This is a show you want to subscribe to. You can easily subscribe via iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or just visit the website directly, www.africamusiclaw.com, and subscribe there.
You're listening to the AfricaMusicLaw.com show, Africa's premier music business and entertainment law show, empowering the African artist.
Hey, man, first of all, man, thank you to everybody, man, CSAC and, all of the people who went through the decision that, chose to give Jason and I this award. One thing is, that, as he said before, I want everybody to know that, no matter what celebrity, artist, star, or whoever you see, it takes more than just them to get things done. If I was only responsible, or if I was only, afforded the success for just the things that I had in mind to do, this would have been a short ceremony. You know what I'm saying? It takes people like Jason, like DJ Toon, who introduced me to Jason. Clay, Hannah, Dub, all of the people around me who assist me when it's time to, carry things out and execute. And also kind of, like, man, what the fuck did you do? Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's important for when you get so big that you don't have that person that's gonna say, hey, man, you know, you kind of tripping, right? Like, if you don't have that, then that's when you become disconnected and you only live in the world that your mind can afford you to live in. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, if you only benefit from your own knowledge, then you ain't never gonna be able to live up to your full potential. So, you know what I'm saying, I think it's wonderful that you know, Jason is being celebrated as well. And I'm glad he allowed me this time to come up here by myself, because you know how much I love the spotlight on me by myself. Man, I think over the course of, you know, the however many years we've been doing this, I've met amazing people who are very passionate and they're just extremely hardworking, creative. Some of the most creative and accomplished people of our time I've actually had an opportunity to meet them and you know, and make money with them. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. You know what I'm saying? So, because I mean, at the end of the day, man, we're all accomplished with it. You know, if there ain't no money to come with it, man, you know what I'm saying, I'll stay home. But I mean, we've been afforded just an opportunity not only to succeed and do what we do in music, but you know, also film, television, apparel. Man, I need that dude's name because I'm starting a collection agency and I'm gonna need him to pay that debt up. Anybody who have anything over $10,000 over to him, okay, just give me a call. And if I get it, I get 20%. It's no problem. Man, you know, and I also want to thank you guys just for bearing with me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, there were moments in my life, in my career. You know, not to say they won't ever come again, but you know, there have been moments where. I didn't quite have it all the way together, you know what I'm saying? I had an idea of what I needed to be doing, but I just kind of, you know what I'm saying, took the long way to get there. And thank y'all for being patient with me, you know what I mean? And anybody who bet against me in the past, double down next time.
Just realized I have to give a speech. First off, I'd like to give appreciation to everyone a part of this. Give me this platform and give me the acknowledgement. It's getting weird, pause, but because the last couple of years, you know, because of standing behind my point of view and not liking to be told what to do, because I always put up my own money. A lot of people have distanced themselves from my perspective. And a lot of things that I was saying years ago, people didn't believe in, or maybe they weren't evolved enough to understand it. And I can understand grabbing onto the safe bet, which to me was the unsafe bet. But that just, you know, that's because of the way I go. But like all of a sudden, it's being embraced. And, you know, like last week I got called to give an honor to Kanye, and that blew me back. Then all of a sudden at the Grammys I'm getting honored. It's almost like the Twilight Zone in a positive way. But while I got it, and you know, I'm getting this platform in a positive light, I want to make sure that the same exact message I had 5 years ago is the same now. And as a culture, we have to stick together. And we can be independent if we're confident in each other. We don't have to stab each other in the back because we feel that's the only way to protect our opportunity. See, the thing is, for some people, putting up your own dough is like scary. And I don't know where I'm from. It's scary not to put up your own dough because when you owe people money, you got guys like Tip coming at you. 20%. And also, I want to take this time to acknowledge that the thing that I'm most proud of, but he's always really good with his family. You know, I think as an example, he's shown that it's cool to be a father. He made a TV show about it. That's all we really do. When you see a guy like that, you know, when what he does when you get the exposure, we all hustle, guys like that hustle for the same thing. So for your kids, man. It doesn't matter if your kids aren't happy, you got a lot of money, you broke. What's that? You know, your kids are happy, you got a lot of money, you wealthy. So congratulations for having the ultimate wealth. And that's all that counted, and we know what we went through to get here, so it's almost a joke to us at this point. So what we gotta do is stick together, you know? So anyway, what I was saying is, the insecurities of not putting up your own money means somebody can turn your lights off anytime they feel like it, and if you own them, you gotta give it back with interest, and then it makes you do things, and it makes you compromise, and it's just a domino effect from there. So to avoid that, you have to let honor and respect and never look any other way, regardless of that paper bag full of money that they always left waiting in front of us. And we just gotta stick together. And I just want that to be the thing to do. If I have any influence, the influence should be invest in yourself, invest in your culture. Don't hustle for your first name, hustle for your last. Because we can all survive in a day. Try to keep fresh and keep an apartment. And just stick together, man. Stick together. Now, I know what y'all curious about. Well, damn, how did he stay up all this time? Everybody thought I was cracked. I wasn't. I just had my money in my business. You know, and it wasn't music. You know, it was other things. It was the ancillary things that come with being a brand and owning it. So there was always a waterfall effect of money that was protecting me at all times. So if I ever needed something, I could just liquidate something. That's it. And while the tax people are looking at you can't pay them back until they finish looking at you, and they take a long time. So I was like, fuck it. I just invested in my business. And you know, you can't really care what people think because they're going to talk about you, but all you got to care about is how the picture looks, because that's what I care about, you know. And I invested in a new business model, which makes no middleman. You know, why am I going to give money to somebody that's not from my culture to talk to people I already know? That math doesn't add up. So I go back to my old way of doing things. Put up my money, make my work really good, and sell it direct to my consumer for $5 or $10. And that's what I'm doing right now. I put my own money, I invested in making my own movies, and now you get it directly from me between $5 and $10 at any time. And no one can censor me, and I can move the way I want to move. And you know, not to toot my own horn, but I've gotten very good at making movies. And also in fashion. And I've also learned how to make money off the ancillary things. You know, like the merchandise, the clothing. And I've also learned how to make money off the music. And I've also learned how to make money off every other thing that comes with it. So now I know that from one asset, it becomes a franchise that can make so much money from different things. But if you don't own any of that, you don't benefit from it. So keep ownership, don't stab nobody in the back, put up your own dough, and now because of technology, no more middlemen. Just sell it direct to consumer. And for guys like Ted, me, Jermaine Dupree, who I gotta give acknowledgement to because, you know, years ago we were making records like Money Ain't a Thing, and he's still up. He still says Jermaine Dupree without praise. He's doing his thing. It's not easy to support, stay up, you know, it's not easy to stay fresh. But if you have a catalog, and I'm making you aware of it, it's been more than 10, 15 years, you should start getting it back. Start making movies with it. Start putting it on merch. License it out. You don't have to put up $1. You just get a percentage of it. But don't sell it. Hold it. Forget the paper bag full of money. Just, you know, work a little harder. Sell nickels and dimes, meaning content. But you know, people see it. I'm going to make my thing available on SideOfTheMovie.com, and Kanye West has done the right thing. And I want to give acknowledgement to him, and he's going to be a part of the movie company just because he's still famous right now. He just brings a lot of attention to it all over the world. And he'll protect that independence with me. And whoever wants to get down, I'm welcome, man. But just don't stab me in the back, Paul, you know?